You're welcome.
Damn, should we have the music playing for it?
No.
Dude, like a little clip, like right in the intro?
No, even though, okay.
Because this could even be part of the intro right now as we build up to it, as I search for it.
I don't think
you know what I mean? Like,
okay,
imagine, like, this song, what was it even called?
It's...
Save Me?
Yeah, it's Save Me. How do you not know what the...
No,
this is going to be the name of the podcast. You don't even know what it's called.
By Remy Zero.
It's
dude.
called...
Dude.
Yeah. What are you talking... And by the way, since we were talking about the first episode too, fun fact about it, it's the only episode without the intro song.
It's true.
There you go.
Wait, really? It is.
I didn't know
It
that.
is. It just goes because it's a pilot episode. So...
Is it the same kind of like montage, like video that they have that they play?
No. And that's what's also crazy is that they don't have that. Well, yes, they do a lot of their montage from this episode, which is why they don't play it.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Welcome to the Somebody Save Me official but unofficial but official podcast.
Oh, yes.
I am your host, Taylor, and of course, as always, my co-host,
Joseph. Yeah, man.
We are here reviewing the Smallville episodes, because why not review the greatest show on planet Earth?
Oh, it's so good.
We have to keep going, because Tom Welling, with his shirt off, he is always my Superman.
Dude, that's mine all day, bro. Henry's got it right now, but Tom will forever.
Henry's not even under contract right now. I would rather than bring in Tom at this point, because at least Tom, we know where he stands. I can't wait for the animated show that they're going to be releasing with this. Where do you even go with the animated show?
Dude, I don't know. Remember, because, like, they dropped the season 11 with a comic. Like, it's all comic.
Well, did you know that the show actually started out with the comic?
Mm.
There is a comic that's out right now. It was... I'm trying to remember. I should have done better with my notes here. But it was a Smallville podcast. Like, it was not a Smallville podcast, but a Smallville comic called, like, The Beginning. And it was the intro of some of their characters, where they even put some of the scenes of that comic inside the show.
Interesting. No, I didn't even know about that
Yeah,
one. You're me right now, bro.
This is what I do on the Somebody Save Me podcast. Because remember, it's unofficial, but it's official.
Yeah, bro. We're going to definitely get recognition from all the stars and hopefully Allison Mack, too.
Well, yeah, Allison Mack is going to be a guest on the show here pretty soon. She's obviously going to be making an appearance, only by phone, of course. Can't have her in purpose, personal reasons.
Yeah, exactly. So... yeah, we're just going to review these episodes, so follow along if you want, and we can just...
No, you have to follow along. That's the whole idea of the show. You're going to follow along on this damn episode with us. If I have to sit through this crap, so do you. We are starting episode 1.
It's good crap, dude. It's good crap.
Yeah, it's the best crap of all time, but still. Yeah, somebody better be following along with me.
Oh, yeah, bro.
All right, here we go.
That's the whole point, man. They won't get it. They're just listening.
Well, everyone needs to understand.
Unless they're big fans, they know each episode by heart.
Well, if they're not big fans and not know each episode by heart, then what are they even doing? In the end, I love watching the first beginning of this episode because the special effects, oh my lord, they are the best I've ever seen. Can you say Prometheus? Where are you now?
Dude.
Opening October 1989. And look at this. Home, welcome to cream corn capital of the world. Population 25,001. Who is the one?
Who is the one? Clark.
It's got to be Clark. You know why?
Because also, I mean, he's not there yet.
Can we just say that this opening scene, because by the way, it also shows Lionel. He's the first character introduced on Smallville ever.
Yep.
And his son looks like the kid in Tropic Thunder, where Matthew McConaughey is like, at least you can pick your own. That's exactly what that kid looks like.
But wasn't his... No, his son in that movie was like...
So it's fat.
Yeah.
But it was the same look.
Alright, dude. And then you saw the Oliver Queen name drop on the newspaper, right?
Well, yeah, of course. So the Oliver Queen thing, it's interesting because I think they actually redid this. I think they went back because, yes, it's a hint at it, showing that the CEO is now lost, presumed dead.
The origin of
Yes, which
Arrow,
obviously means that now we're bringing in Oliver to be able to take over, which he comes in later on in the seasons. I think they redid it, though. Because I don't know if the timeline still matches up.
What do you mean redid what? Like
when
they got lost?
Yeah.
His origin or whatever?
Yes, exactly. Because I'm not sure, maybe you would know this. Later on, is the Arrow show and Smallville connected?
No, not at all.
Okay, then I don't know what they're counting.
But it is
together.
his daddy. Smallville is the daddy to Arrow, bro.
well, yeah, I'm not saying that. Smallville gave birth to the Flash and the Arrow. They
All
should
those
be
shows
lucky.
are Smallville's sons.
Black Lightning came from Smallville.
That's
You're
right.
welcome.
Yeah, exactly. And bro, they forget, man. They forget.
All right,
And
but
we're gonna remind them.
I do also have to remind you here. What's with the florist here? We have the.
You mean Aunt Nell?
Okay. All right. I'm gonna still call her the florist because who does that? She's leaning up against the counter, pushing herself out for Jonathan to take a look.
Bro, you're by plants all day. Who knows how she's feeling, dude?
All I know is this has to be a foreshadowing of how this family of women are to the Clark men. That's the only thing that makes sense. It's the weakness.
Maybe so. And then you have Lana here.
By the way, I do have a little fun fact for you about.
No, but real quick.
All right.
She's making a wish for Martha, and Martha's obviously like, I want a son, you know? So technically, her being the fairy and granting her that wish, it's Lana's fault all of this happens.
Well, look at Martha's face even here. What is she even thinking of? That's too happy of a face. It's almost like she's going to plan on kidnapping Lana later on after just doing that little star thing with her wand.
Dude, if it wasn't Clark, it was going to be Lana, bro.
By the way, fun fact, you know Martha is actually Lana Lang in Superman 3, the movie.
Facts.
Yeah.
I know about that one.
Did you know that?
You know what's even crazier is that they had a different Martha. They filmed a whole pilot episode with a whole different Martha.
So why did they change?
It wasn't no animosity. I actually read it. It wasn't no animosity. It was just.
Did they want the tie-in with the Superman films, and that's what they were trying for?
Nah. I think it was just they had a different actress.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, it wasn't. I mean, granted, we did have her, Annette O'Toole or whatever, in the entire show, so I'm a little biased there. Like, yeah, she's Martha. But,
you know what I really can't wait for is to watch the ultimate how to get arrested hazing scene I've ever seen in my entire life.
Dude.
What they talk about...
There's some discipline problems in Smallville, bro.
You know, back in the day, they always had alternative workout for us where you would always have to, like, run laps or something in gym. But it was never, if you join the football team, someone gets to pick you and then string you up like a scarecrow.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, who knows how long you're going to be left in the field? Hopefully somebody finds you.
Dude.
They do this every single year and nobody's watching that damn field.
Yeah, so...
Oh, God, he trips. God. Look at him. Pick up your inhaler.
And he's got an inhaler, bro. He's just unfortunate, bro.
No, look at this. Who's a more unfortunate?
How is this not, like, so terrifying? Like...
This is terrifying. I think the kid faints right here.
Like, bro, like... How long do you think he's been out there, bro? Look how skinny he is.
That's what I mean. How long are they left out there in the sun? It's got to be hours and hours.
That's literally attempted murder.
Yeah, exactly. And Clark, we even see later on, it's left overnight, so it has to be night. Okay.
I understand they're drawing the S, probably for Smallville, of course, but it's
Look
like,
at that.
why?
They just killed that guy.
Why do they got to do that?
He just had rocks on his face. Now we have the meteor crash, of course. And I will say this, though. The special effects here are wonderful. They still hold up.
They're not that bad.
It's almost like...
I ain't gonna lie, though. This might be one of the funniest parts. I know it's sad because Lana's about to lose her parents. But look at them just stare at the rock as it's hurling towards them, bro. Like, look at this. Look at this. Oh, mommy, daddy.
She's calling
Oh,
out.
wow. What is that? He's walking towards it.
It's a shooting star.
Yo. That's not coming at me like a Look at that, bro. They just stared at it. They're like, wow.
It's weird because he went over there to put his arm around her shoulder.
He's like, look at this rock,
so they
honey.
can look at it together.
Look at, we're about to die.
Another fun little fact here about the meteor strike. You know, this is the only time, besides, I'm going to give you a little actual trivia. What other time do they depict this where kryptonite and a meteor shower happen with the Superman coming down? You know what other moment? Because it wasn't in the comics.
What other moment?
Yeah, what other origin told it this way?
Oh, I'm not sure, man.
Superman animated.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Superman animated
was the only one?
It was the only other one that actually had kryptonite come down in meteors with Superman's ship at the same time. Every other origin, it's always Clark's coming down by himself. Never a meteor shower.
Right.
Not Adventures of Superman. And by the way, who drives in there?
Jonathan, bro. You already know we have problems with Jonathan.
I hate Jonathan so much. Jonathan, talk about the worst freaking character.
Jonathan or Lionel, bro? Who you picking as your daddy?
Oh my God! Now that is a question. All right, put in the comments which one would you rather like?
Yeah, we'll take a poll.
Lionel or Jonathan?
Lionel or Jonathan?
Again,
really?
if
you can
I
make fair arguments for both.
If I see positive comments, I'm gonna be so angry. I only want to see negative comments. Negative feedback only.
Dude. Also, how's he got the red hair? You ever notice? Like, they showed his mom later in the show, but this man has brown hair. How's Lex have red?
How is it the only thing he lost was his hair, Joseph? How
He
is
lost-
that the...
He lost his soul, bro. Look at him. He's like...
What do you mean he lost his soul? That's not... No, he lost his soul with his sister. Foreshadowing. Sorry, spoiler. Sorry, I take it back.
Dude, yeah, spoilers, man.
I'm
Like,
sorry,
that
I have to stay on the
This
episode.
show isn't like 10 years old.
Dude, look at this.
No, it's 20. It's 20 years old. This is 20-year anniversary, dude. We just had that.
Don't you like how Clark is also supposed to be like, I don't know, 4, 3, and it's an 8-year-old that comes up walking towards them? This kid is bigger than me.
Yeah, but apparently he was supposed to be aging on his ride here. Like, it took that long.
Wait, what do you mean you're supposed to be aging on his right here?
Yeah, because he's like an infant baby as he's sent from a planet galaxies away.
Joseph, he's even supposed to be 4. That's an 8-year-old child that they just have on the screen right now.
Maybe it was 8 long years in space, man.
It wasn't 8 long years.
Was he 4? I think he doesn't look 4.
He's supposed to be. Look how big he is compared to Martha. Martha can barely carry the kid.
Maybe that's why they switched the Marthas. The other one couldn't carry him.
Oh, there it is. You know what? You're not strong enough. We're going to have to call somebody.
It's like, if you want to represent Martha Kent, get in the gym. Get some muscles going. We got an 8-year-old posing as a 4-year-old. You need to make it look authentic. Damn it, call Annette. Call Annette O'Toole.
He's too big.
Where'd that blanket at? You found that in the truck? Also, their whole car flipped over. Like, they look like they just painted that blood spot on his head.
We time out. Jonathan is really badly bruised. He's like so beat up right now. Can't you tell? They're smiling right now. They're smiling because they have a kid. By the way, what if somebody was missing that kid? They don't even know where he's truly from.
Bro, do you see how his spaceship looks?
Wait, I actually do like how his spaceship looks. I like it's more of an authentic type feel to me. I feel like that it's more of like a UFO that I would see in this day and age.
Oh, dude, we got advertisements.
Well, of course we had advertisements. I only watched the original WB VHS tapes with the original commercials. If we're not watching that, what are we doing with
Damn,
Smallville?
I probably got some old tape recordings of Smallville. I'm not gonna lie.
If you have that, why haven't you given them to me? You don't have a VCR? I have a VCR.
Dude.
This is what I was made for.
Alright, so since we got this nice little break, we just need to acknowledge that our first episode, we have special guests.
Well, yeah.
And that's our buddy Sebastian here.
Well, he's producer.
Yeah, producer. Exactly.
Producer.
He's making the dream come true right now, guys.
Yeah. So everyone, while we're having this little commercial break here, it's only going to be 50 seconds. Let's just introduce Sebastian. Sebastian, say hi.
Hello, everyone.
That's enough, okay.
I'm financing the whole project.
Pretty much, man.
So if it does well, I shouldn't have any issue in my life anymore. I made it big.
Yeah, bro, we'll cut you a fat check, man.
No checks are being cut. There is no checks that are going to be made.
Taylor's just going to embezzle all of it.
There's
just take it all himself. And then it becomes one of those
Where's
scandals.
Where's it even going to be going? Where's the money going
it's
into
gonna be
what
those
account?
scandals where they make a movie about it. It's like, yeah, 2 friends used to be so close. And then they started a podcast.
About Smallville.
Yeah. And then the movie's called Somebody Save Me.
The unofficial but official true story.
Of the unofficial but official Smallville podcast.
2 friends living in a house.
Dude.
Live together, work together.
Turn on that fan, dude. This man Taylor toasting us in here, bro.
That's the light. Okay, alright, so now we're back here. Sorry, brief thing. So now what we talked about earlier here is Clark now looking up photos so he can have people that resemble him. He notices a 6-year-old Korean boy lifts a car off injured father, which is supposed to be a comparison to the Superman film where Clark lifted the tractor off of Jonathan when he was 6. So they just changed it to Korean boy.
Hell yeah.
That's what we do in 2001.
That's right.
We keep it inclusive. Also,
See that slight reference to Fastest Man Alive on that news article?
see how he's not wearing any red?
Dude, I'll say this episode and the second one, he's wearing more outfits I've seen him wear in the entire show.
No, Joseph. It's because he hasn't gotten his red cape yet. He gets his red cape later on in this episode. Right now, he's still Loser Clark. Which, by the way...
He doesn't get his red cape.
Yes, he does. I'll show you later. Don't worry,
the blanket he was wrapped in.
Don't try to spoil this. Dude, I'm trying to set this up.
No. They know.
I'm just saying.
That's a very common origin story to the blanket.
Okay, so I actually have a serious question for you because I still don't understand this. Clark, his father knows this from space, but he doesn't know that he has powers. He doesn't. Because later on in the episode, whenever...
Yeah, he's like showing him.
Yeah. So what the hell is with the football thing?
I don't know, man. I think he knows he...
It's a real... Like, look how he acts about it. He's like, I want to be playing football. You play football. Clark, you just don't get it, do you? Like, what is he talking about? He doesn't even know he has powers.
Honeycomb? Product placement, dude? Honeycomb.
Wow. I don't know what that has to do with what I just asked.
We're sponsored by Honeycomb.
There. But also, back to that, I think he has a sense of what he is capable of. But also, what if there's an accident and, like, blood needs to be drawn, they find out this man's not human? I don't know, they're probably thinking of many things there, bro.
Unless, look at them, by the way, betting on their friend to miss the bus. How disgusting. What type of friends are these people? Pete.
Yeah.
God. Pete loving on his lady so much.
Dude, I mean, his dad knows he can run that fast. He definitely knows he could probably
So you think
hurt someone.
You think that's what he's afraid of? Oh, by the way, we also got to talk about the sign now.
45,001.
So now it's no longer cream corn capital of the world. It's now the meteor capital of the world. And now the population went from 45,000 to 1. We still have that one. We just gained 20,000 people.
Dude.
Where did the 20,000 come from?
Meteor freaks, bro.
How many people did they lose? All right, wouldn't it balance it out?
Nah. Well, it's been a while, brother.
I want to know how many people died.
I don't know.
Come on.
But I'll tell you who died.
It could be like a Zack
thing. And they
thing.
wanted to die was Lana's parents.
It could be like a Zack Snyder thing where he's talking about Man of Steel. Oh, yeah, I killed about 2 million people in Metropolis. What the hell are you talking about, Zack?
Of course he did. If you're like any right person, it made logical sense. Bro, you're literally flattening scrapers.
Superman would never, ever fight in a city. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
But he has fought in the city.
He would never keep going.
Dude, you don't know what Superman's thinking.
I'm not even talking to you now. All right.
You know, Chloe's outfit's not too bad right now, but I'm pretty sure she wears a stupid one later.
Okay. Pete just grabbed her by the neck right there. That was really hard. I'm like uncomfortable with how hard he just grabbed her neck. Look at this. All right, so yeah, this is him warning her about the scarecrow. So everybody knows about it, that this hazing thing keeps going.
Yeah, how's that cool? Was this before that time where they kept making students do hazing tests, like in school? Remember you would get those sometimes where it's like, oh, would you count this as hazing? Yes or no? Blah, blah, blah. Just like basically bringing more awareness to hazing. So clearly this is before then. So they don't see the... administration doesn't see the scarecrow thing as hazing. The
only type of test that I took was a dare test. Oh, by the way, fun fact here on the episode. Sorry, we're still going here. It's the only time that he ever carries a skateboard. Because why the hell was Clark carrying a skateboard? Only time.
To make it seem like that's his way of...
He was a skater boy? He said, see you later, boy?
No, to make it seem... To explain his excuses of being so fast to things. Oh, he's on wheels, bro. He's on wheels!
Hey, are we going to... And not introduce our woman here?
Oh.
You want to bring her up? This is yours.
Kristen Crook, man.
She is.
Crook? I don't even know how you pronounce her last name, but Lana Lang, man.
She's great.
And Whitney fucking sucks.
Oh my god. Okay, so me having to go back and watching this show, I thought maybe Clark was trying to steal his girl the entire time, where if you're a guy, you would probably hate that too if Lana was your lady. Why is Whitney such a dick?
Dude.
He is such an asshole. I mean, look at him even bending down. You feeling okay, little guy?
Yeah.
You feel like, who the hell are you?
Like, why are people not scared of Clark? He's a pretty big dude.
Exactly. He's a head taller than Whitney, and Whitney's trying to look down on him. That's why they had, and look at this. Throwing the book back at him. Oh my god. what type of ha-ha moment are we trying to capture? Because I'm not laughing.
How are we also not realizing, like, you had a meteor shower in your town and you just never been exposed to meteor rock before? You don't know that the Lana's necklace is doing that to you? Also, here comes Scarecrow Boy.
Electric Scarecrow is his name.
Electric Scarecrow?
Electric Scarecrow is his name.
Is that what Chloe calls him?
Yes, I think she does later on. Maybe I'm wrong here. But that's what he is. And, I mean, it's... Who the hell just punches the glass at a trophy case in the middle of the school?
People get tied up by jocks in the cornfields, bro.
That was 12 years ago.
I wouldn't let it go.
What are you doing walking around?
People don't forget.
And also, that was 12 years ago when the meteor struck. Okay, so let's go backwards here. I'm going to have to pause this.
Because this is
it's when Lex introduced, so I'm going to pause it here. So, the reason why I want to go back, he was tied up as the Scarecrow, the Electric Scarecrow. And the meteor strike happened where he was presumed dead, right?
Right.
Okay. So he was tied up. They would have done some type of detective work to show that the kids tied him up there, meaning we can never go back on the field. But it's 12 years and we're still doing it. 12 years and everybody's still doing it and the teacher's not doing a damn thing. Do you think Smallville wanted to torture their children?
This is why the show 13 Reasons Why had to be made, dude.
That
was the 13th
That was the 13th reason. Smallville gave it to us.
Dude.
I'm going to buy into that.
Primetime him.
I'm going to buy into that. I'm going to buy into that one, actually.
All right, so back to it. We just introduced the greatest Lex portrayal of all time. Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor.
Again.
And, bro, he is just phenomenal. Even in his first couple episodes, like... And I love the comparison here.
It's the worst cheerleaders I've ever seen in my life.
They wouldn't even be practicing.
Look at those cheerleaders. They're all wearing pants.
Would they even be practicing actually with them?
Hold on. I'm going to go back to what you were touching on, though. I don't want to interrupt. When it comes to, though, with Zack, how great would it have been if Zack Snyder went up and hired him as Rosenbaum as Lex? What would that movie have done? That's what I want to know. Instead of getting Jesse Eisenberg's Facebook movie of him playing Mark Zuckerberg Part 2, you would have actually had Alex and talk about what they would have been like the same type of age.
Yeah, man.
Him and Henry Cavill would have worked great together. And he's a guy where even in the show, Tom Welling is how much taller than him? A good inches here, good 5 inches. And yet you never feel like Lex is smaller.
Never.
You never ever feel like he is the
bro.
smaller guy. And that's what Lex is supposed to be portrayed as. He's not supposed to be so quick talking that you don't understand him and he sounds like a moron. He's supposed to be an intellect.
You know what's even crazier is that Zack Snyder loves Smallville. Like, he intentionally put little references in Man of Steel. You know about that?
Wait, you did kind of mention this to me earlier. I know there was one that you said.
What do you mean? Like...
That there was references in it because of Smallville.
Yeah, because he likes to play the nods. Like there's Whitney Foreman. They show him again with the Letterman or whatever while he's getting like beating up on Clark, and then they show the Sullivan mechanic shop. So he's paying homage to Chloe Sullivan, who is a Smallville character, and then of course Lana, Pete, like all that. The bus.
The bus, pretty cool.
Yeah, the bus. So yeah. He loves Smallville, so him getting Michael Rosenbaum actually would have been a genius move.
It would have been made so much money. All right, now I'm just pissed. Going back to the nonsense.
Why is he in the bleachers?
Why is he in the bleachers? He's by himself watching the cheerleaders. Who's doing that? Perverts.
Dude. It's crazy that this motherfucker is playing someone that is supposed to be like, what, 15?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a freshman right now, is he not? Sophomore?
No, he's supposed to be... Hold on. I wrote this down. Pretty sure he's supposed to be sophomore.
I wrote ages, too. Oh, yeah. Clark is supposed to be 14. Lex is supposed to be 21.
Oh, my God. He is the biggest 14-year-old I've ever... Oh, well, it makes sense because he's the biggest 4-year-old I've ever seen. So I guess him being 14 now only works. All right. Oh, cool thing now about this bridge scene, even though it's like a Final Destination moment here, which is pretty awesome. It's called Low Bridge. Loeb, Loeb.
Oh shit.
Jeff Loeb.
Jeff Loeb.
It's supposed to be a nod to him because did you know Jeff actually, or I say Jeff like I know the guy. Me and Jeff.
We know him.
By the way, Jeff and I are hanging out next
He is another
weekend.
person that's coming on the show at some point.
He had a big contribution to season 2.
Just only season 2?
Yeah, that's all that they had him written down for was just kind of a big contributor of that. They didn't say any other season. By the way, that's such a great fall.
Dude, to be honest, when you're looking at this crash or this wreck, whatever, I feel like even though he's young still, doesn't know exactly what he's capable of, he should have just, like, stopped the car. If he's truly, like, it should have just stopped at him. Not actually, momentum actually knocks him off and stuff.
However, let me put it to you this way. Would it be like... No, I don't think that's true. Because, for example, a 6'5" guy, I could run up full...
They kiss in this first episode.
It's the hottest thing I've ever seen. So Clark and Lex kiss before any of Clark's ladies.
That's right.
And also, if I'm running full speed at a big guy though, I can knock him over. If they're not expecting it's the point, is what I'm saying.
This is true. Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
pretty,
he was
pretty,
turning around, not expecting. His body didn't clench
there.
or anything.
Dude, look how pale he was already, bro.
I just like that they made out. Apparently, there's a deleted scene.
This is why they have attachment issues in the whole show.
Apparently, there's a deleted scene with them. And this thing keeps going because the Canadian version, the premiere episode was 2 hours long. It had the first and the second episode together. That's why they had to cut it down, right? Well, they added a scene to combine the two.
Okay.
All right, so now we got our next commercial break here, thanks to the WB. But when it comes to now, the Lex and the Clark scene with the crash, for it being the time period, that's what I mean. With this part, and even with the part at the beginning with the meteors, the special effects hold up.
Yeah, that crash is nice, man.
It still holds up where you're like, okay, that actually looks like it hit the guy.
I'll tell you who didn't hold up. Lana's parents.
What are you talking about? They had the best family photo before they died. Did you not see the flash of light like it was a camera?
I'll tell you what, they had the best view in all the town.
Oh my God.
When they look back in the town, it's like, oh, you remember that meteor shower? I was like, yeah, Lana's parents had a great view of that.
Wouldn't it be cool if they brought her parents back as like 2 kryptonite people or something? That would have been like 2 kryptonite ghosts or something. Because obviously kryptonite can be used any way you want in this show.
Really?
Yeah,
we're going to love going to that. Dude, we're going to have like Hall of Fame kryptonite moments like at some point. Just because of what, dude, they're basically using it for everything, bro. It was like George Washington Carver discovering the peanut. Fucking Smallville, Kansas over here is like, you know what? Kryptonite. I can make 100 million things with this.
I can make it down in a smoke. A drink?
Mm-hmm.
A gas?
Yeah. I'll put in your Gatorade.
Powder? Snorting material? I could shoot it up?
I could power skyscrapers.
I could do anything I want with kryptonite. Apparently, kryptonite's what you make anything out of, including clothes.
How shitty for Kryptonians, you know what I mean? Like, yo, this shit sucks. And then everyone else is using it like, oh, this shit rocks.
It cures cancer and AIDS. Only if you have them both, though.
Dude.
Again, this is the first time, since we're back to the show now, it's the first time that now they have the red cape around him. Now, after this, he starts wearing red. Did you know that?
Bro, he wears so many different outfits in these first 2 episodes just alone in the entire show. God. I was like, bro, I know y'all see this man every week, and you're telling me you're not going to ask him about his blue shirt and his red jacket all the time?
By the way, can we also say this? Wouldn't you think that Jonathan would go up to the cop first and be like, what happened? And the cop would say, hey, it was like a Final Destination moment where a thing of barbed wire came off the truck and Lex's car hit that. And all Jonathan says is, next time drive slower, asshole. That's what Jonathan says to the guy. The guy could have died too.
Dude, Jonathan is something else, bro. Also,
Jonathan's the biggest douchebag I've ever seen. I don't know who's bigger, Whitney or Jonathan. That's who his real son is.
Bro, maybe.
Oh, look.
Maybe.
Yeah. Here goes Peeping Tom.
Yeah, Peeping Tom, bro. Peeping Tom. He's so happy. Look, he's smiling.
Look at him smile as he watches
I'll tell you
it
right
through.
now, that telescope ain't getting that HD view, bro.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, surprise. Yeah, by the way, Whitney is always at our house. He does not have a home.
I'll tell you what. That man glued his Letterman to his body. I don't think he can actually take it off. He's always wearing it. Why do you need to wear it?
How old is Whitney in this?
He's captain of the football team.
He's got to be junior. He's got to be junior or
senior.
senior.
Even worse, dude. He sucks.
Oh, my God. I just can't stand it. And by the way, even the way Whitney talks to Lana, it makes me disgusted. And it's because he just looks at her like, what the hell did you just ask me?
You know what? When you think about it, like, with Clark growing up on a farm, like, why does he not have an accent? What if Superman had the
Hold on.
thickest and hick accent?
Joseph,
bro?
now I have to ask, what would his accent sound like?
Oh, dude, like, I talk like this and go on my farm, and Martha and Jonathan there and cook me up some nice Thanksgiving meal. Wait, I hear someone in Metropolis.
Oh, this reminds me, it's just like Andy from The Office. No, you're not sounding. It's gotta be like molasses. And
that's down.
And that is down.
Dude, yeah. So, also, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's a hard ass necklace, dog.
Oh, okay. So now you have Lana giving Whitney the necklace because Whitney, I can't remember. I'm almost positive Whitney just said, I don't love you. Lana's like, well, here's a necklace of my dying parents because I carry the rock that killed them as a memorial token.
Yeah.
By the way, that's sick in the head, all right?
Clark is so angry just seeing them kiss.
By the way, can we just say this? That's like Batman carrying around the gun that killed his parents. That's the exact same thing. Oop, is Robert Pattinson doing that on his suit? Is he doing that?
Yeah, they carved that gun into his chest, bro.
That's on. Oh, okay, here's Electric Scarecrow. Boy. He's in and now the mechanic that strapped him up when he was a child. And this guy has a creepy smile in his... He should probably fix the electric bill already. So many lights are going in and out. Look at the way the guy looks.
Dude, people are too casual with others showing up unannounced, like, in the show. They are way too casual. This is the first instance of this type of trend that happens in Smallville, bro. Mechanic like, oh yeah, hey, what's up, man? You're just creepily in the shadows of my mechanic shop. And now you're assaulting me, and I'm not angry?
I love...
That was 12 years ago, man. That was just a game. What kind of sick game is that? What, murder? That's a game?
It just sounds like, once again, like a super bad reference. I remember when you peed yourself. That was in the 3rd grade.
People don't forget. People do not forget, bro. I'll tell you what. If someone tied me up as a scarecrow and left me out to die in a field, I'm never going to forget. I might hunt you down, kill everyone you love.
You know what?
This is my villain origin story.
But that's why I would be a villain too. Listen, if you strap me up and then a meteor shower comes down and I died essentially on the inside, I'm going to kill all you.
Yeah.
How can I not? Oh, look at this.
Bro, I love this.
Yeah, okay, so now we've cut to Clark where he's now back at home. He has a card from his boyfriend Lex who he made out with, and it's a truck, and of course, who ruins it? Who ruins it, Joseph?
Mr. John.
Look at this crap.
Wood chipper? He's at the wood chipper, bro. Also, Martha? Kind of bad.
Look at this. I have to put in my notes here, because I watched this episode obviously 2 weeks ago. Jonathan acting fucking smug. That's what I put. It's what he does. Look at his smugness.
He's like, sorry, son, you can't keep that badass truck I wish I could have.
Yeah, sorry, son, you don't get what's better than what I have. That's what he's saying right now.
Bro.
What a jealous asshole. God, I hate Jonathan.
That truck's probably fully paid for and everything. This man has got to buy gas, bro. And he could get the bitches too, bro.
It's what he could. He could do it all. But Jonathan wants to hold him back. That's all Jonathan is good for, is holding Clark back.
But can Clark have bitches? Can Superman have ladies like that?
I'll put it this way, Joseph. If I shove my hand in a wood chipper, I'm getting bitches.
Yo, look at that flannel. It's better than all the outfits he's worn.
Also, like what I said, though, when did the red start? After the crash. Bada bing, bada boom.
After he shed some blood.
That's not what happened.
Lex was bleeding.
Oh, I thought you said shit some blood.
Shit some blood?
That's like...
Does Superman shit blood?
I thought that's what it sounds like. Where is this going? Look at it. Martha's like, you pissed him off. I hate you. See, look at this age.
To think, bro, like, Annette O'Toole, man, she's been known for a lot of shit, bro. She played the OG Beverly in the It series. You know that?
Is she really?
OG Bev, dude.
I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm.
OG Bev is pretty cool. Oh, look at this. Now Jonathan's trying to make up. Here comes one of Jonathan's stories about how I'm better than you and how I know much more than you. I hate Jonathan. Good God. Alright, but he's actually telling him the truth about where he came from.
Oh,
yes.
man.
Here's the moment that we've all been waiting for.
You wait till he's a freshman in high school? God. I would tell them that like at the age of 12.
Why would you tell him at 12? What does he know? He probably thinks you're making it up at 12.
Damn, it's true. He probably wouldn't. He'd probably just go like Brightburn. Remember Brightburn? Probably just start going crazy.
That's exactly what I would do. Brightburn was my destiny.
This is my story.
This is my real Superman. Not
Your real
this.
parents aren't from around here. All right.
Can we also say, though, I don't know, and I haven't given this, looking up when it came to the research. Now, Jonathan has handed him one of a silver key type things. I like the symbol aspect. I like the symbols that they put on as the Kryptonian language.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just seems like they've always touched on that. Where I'm like, you know what? I kind of feel this. I'm all about the little language.
Dude, and I love it too because those symbols play like. It's so weird how Smallville gets like the center of being a Kryptonian site and shit, and like later on, like in the show, you know what I mean? Like
Maybe
like there's symbols everywhere. Like,
well, and it's funny too because they say, like, even for this episode, that it's the freak of the week is what they call wherever they're just bringing in some type of random villain, where in fact it then becomes the freak of the cave, like the freak of the cave of the symbols, like because everything comes from the cave that we eventually see later on, and that's where the symbols originate.
also look at the ship now. Like, I know it's pilot episode, so they had it different, but like, dog, what was that? That looked like a cocoon.
It looks like a cocoon. It's exactly what it looks like. Maybe Clark's the butterfly.
Oh.
All right. So now we're back on the commercial here. You know, it just goes back to with this episode, the main problem I always have with Jonathan. I know best. And I get that's how like a dad is supposed to be whenever you're raising a kid who's an alien. Mm-hmm. You have to be able to like whip them in a line. But the way Jonathan does it is just, yeah, right. Did you just ask to do something? Like, I just hate the way he acts.
Dude, self-righteous, bro.
It's something. It's some type of privilege. That's what it is. Some farmer privilege is what it sounds like to me.
Dude, I'm telling you, imagine Superman having the hick accent. I'm going to go back to this because how great would that be? Let me get like a multiverse like where it's like you got the real Kansas farm boy Superman.
They had to have had it because you had to have Ma, Pa.
Yeah, Mom, Pa. Yeah, you would even call them that like
he calls
in the
that.
Cartoons, old movies and shit. It's like, where's your accent, bro?
The problem is that you're saying it sounds too city-like whenever it's Ma, Pa. And he's
Ma, Pa.
Doesn't sound like molasses.
Molasses.
Molasses spilling out of your mouth.
Dude, bro, it's kind of crazy because Clark's origin, landing on that Earth, it was Lex's origin as well. That set him off on that ship.
Well, yeah. Hold on. Before you keep going on the Lex thing, I gotta talk about, because we're back on the creepy cemetery scene. This is easily probably my favorite part of the episode.
All right, where was I? Let's see. Lana, of course, bringing a horse. She rides a horse everywhere, by the way. I don't understand.
Well, apparently you have a cemetery, you have the grocery store, you have everything that you want around you on this farm for her.
Also,
look at the angel wings. Like the angel wing touch?
Yeah, that is nice. We are still too casual with people being where they shouldn't. She gets there to see her.
What are you talking about, Joseph? You don't want somebody just stepping out of the shadow in the middle of the night in a cemetery?
Lana's going into a fog by herself, by the way, on horseback. And she's going to see her parents, but somehow Clark is here. Why?
You know how
she doesn't question it?
You know how usually that ends, right? In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous.
Ain't no law and order in motherfucking Smallville, I'll tell you that.
No, they just ignore all their violent crimes. That's what Smallville does. And look how close. Who stands as close? Okay, so Lana...
No friends.
So Lana and Clark... And by the way, they even said this is their longest conversation that they've had is this cemetery scene. I have another cool fact about this scene, by the way. So, first of all, they're standing way too close to each other where it makes me uncomfortable, and I'm not even a part of it. The other side of this is one of their first scenes, if not the first scene they shot together.
Damn. So
this was one of her scenes that the reason why she got the role was because of the cemetery, and this was the first scene her and Tom shot together. And they're standing that close. Come on. I'm weirded out. It makes me uncomfortable here.
Already holding hands, bro.
All right, here's the best part, Joseph.
I'll
let you go.
God, why didn't you keep that jacket? Shit's dope. Oh my god. This part, bro. Whenever I was watching it before this, man. She's talking. she's making conversation with herself with her dead parents and talking to Clark about it too. And Clark is supporting it. Oh yeah, Mom, did you hear that? Yeah, Clark's here. Yeah, he came by to see you too.
Well,
like, nah.
What's
weird?
What's great though is that she's like, Mom's wanting to know if you're upset because if it's a girl, as if Lana's not hinting at. Please say it's about me. What like an egotistical person,
dude. This is freshman year, bro.
And then the other side of this is, I know we're in 2001, but then she's like, oh, my dad wants to know if it's about a guy. Haha, sorry, he has a twisted sense of humor. Type of
wait, what's so twisted about liking guys?
What's that about? What, Tom can't like a dude?
2001, bro.
Yeah, and Lana even laughs about it as if it's some type of joke. God, you know what? That's farmers for you.
there. That's the Kansas.
That's the Kansas. If you're from Kansas, I'm not sorry.
Yes, for real. Stay there, dude.
See,
Laura Lang. What's that, Mrs. Lang?
Okay, but here's also my question.
And the look she gives him, like, oh, is he really doing this? Like, dude, this is weird.
Joseph, if a girl does this, are you going to stay with her? If a girl does this, are you going to go out on a date with her?
No.
You're going to talk to her again?
No.
She's talking to her
she might get bullied and put on the scarecrow thing after this. Oh my God. I'll go up to the jocks. I'll be like, can I please... nominate someone.
This used to be an all-male thing, but we have to make an exception.
I know it's like, it's a freshman. So I got a freshman.
Oh my God.
She is freshman.
By the way, hold on. If she can't be a freshman. Because now it doesn't make any sense with her and Whitney. Was Whitney going out with an 8th grader?
A freshman.
Wait. But how? It seems like her and Whitney have been together for a while.
Oh.
If this is the first day of school, and her and Whitney look like they've been together for multiple months, that means he went out with an 8th grader.
As like a...
What do you mean, as a what? So as a 16-year-old.
No, I'm saying so...
He'd be a sophomore.
Is he a senior, though?
We're going to have to look up Whitney's age here, because the Whitney's age is a big factor. We can do it right
now, bro.
It's too big of a factor for me. Because this would make Whitney even worse than what he already is. He's not only a straight-up asshole, but he's an asshole pedophile.
Dude.
That is... Look at her. She kisses him on the cheek, too. And look at Whitney in the background staring.
No one sees that motherfucker.
Did you see that shadow on the porch?
Yeah, of course. And he's going to show him. They're going to show him right here. Just lurking. And guess what he has on that's so distinct?
His Letterman.
The Letterman. Why are you wearing that, bro? You don't have a different coat? Wear that shit at school, bro.
Also,
this is why he sucks.
Where was Lana going, though? Whitney's on her front porch. And Lana's walking the other way. Where's she going? No. You know what? I'm sorry. Sorry, show. She's putting up her horse. That's what
she was putting up her horse.
She was putting up her horse.
Can't put up the horse in the house, Taylor.
I know, and that would have been a plot hole if she didn't put up her horse, because then it's like, well, where did the horse go? You leave it in the cemetery? If I walked up to a girl and she was talking in the tombstones and being like, oh, I just tell them about my day, I'd be like, you know what? That's kind of sweet. But then it's like, let me introduce you. Okay, well, now you're crossing lines. At first, it's like, that's your thing. I don't want to be a part of your thing.
Dude, I'm looking up his age.
We have to know Whitney's age, because this is actually going to bug me now for the rest of the show.
I think he's supposed to be a senior, because someone points out here, colleges were also scouting him. He had a scholarship, but lost it. That happens later, obviously.
So the senior star of the football team is dating a freshman girl that just came in.
So he was a junior dating an 8th grader. Like, if that's the case, and then maybe a 7th grader is sophomore. But
So what you're saying is that a 17-year-old is dating a 13-year-old.
All I know is...
That's what... We're going on this, right? Okay, yeah. Whitney should be in jail. All right, the show now is crossing way too many lines.
Okay, he was born in 79. Wait.
That doesn't help me with this, Joseph, if you're looking up the actor. All right, hold on. We got to go back. Because now...
he was born in 84.
We got Clark now arriving to Lex's house. Very first time.
The
classic time. Yes, this is a big moment.
I love this shit, though. He just moved in. Also, fun fact about this mansion.
What do you got?
I guess Warner Brothers Studio uses this house a lot, or castle, whatever it is. It's the same one in Arrow for the Queen Mansion.
Ooh, I didn't know that actually.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't change. Look at who does that?
Why? How accurate is that? Like, those things are fucking thin. You telling me he really, like, for sure got it first time? Like,
And by the way, they're supposed to be dull pointed too.
he says, "I'm sorry, I didn't see who you were." Does that matter?
That's a proper reaction.
I didn't see who you were.
By the way, look at his fencing partner too. This is Lex fencing with a blonde who obviously doesn't speak much English because she's Russian. And then you have Clark who walks in where Lex's proper reaction is to throw a sword at him.
Dude, Lex's life fucking rocks, bro. You're telling me he's just fencing, just gymming it up, bro? What a commitment, this guy, bro. Shave your head. What a fucking guy, bro.
And you know what? This is also, I feel like, very rude of Clark too at the same time. Because all he's doing in this shot is to be able to return the vehicle to Lex, where Lex is like, come on, I gave it to you. It was a nice gift. You saved my life. It's the least I can do. Where if you're a guy like Lex, let's look at it from his point of view. Wouldn't you feel now like worse if you couldn't give a guy something where he did something like save your life for you? And you're a guy like Lex who has all the money in the world? You'd want to do anything.
Dude.
But you know who always gets in your way? Jonathan.
Yeah, goes back to my very first question. Lionel or Jonathan?
Right now, Lionel's winning.
I don't know, dude. Bald since 9 for Lex, bro? That's pretty tough.
That wasn't Lionel's fault.
I know, but, I mean, well, I don't know.
I blame the asthma on Lionel more than I blame the bald.
Why are we out on a helicopter right before a meteor shower?
Obviously, he was going to shut down another factory because that's what Lionel does. He buys things, he shuts it down.
You know, some actually weird foreshadowing on...
What do you got?
On Lionel, on why he was flying that day. So that'll happen much later, but, you know, just throw that out there, you know?
Oh, I also got to talk about this scene here. Because Lex is talking about how his death was for 18 minutes and he was not breathing. He says it was the best time he's ever had because he was flying, and now that makes him and Clark soulmates. So
he said, like, he doesn't want to risk the friendship.
Oh.
Bro, he just met him.
Actually, you know what's cool about that line too? And I got it here because it's another fun fact. So Lex says in that scene where Clark is returning the vehicle, "Do you believe a man could fly?" That's from the Superman movie, because the Superman movie tagline is, "You'll believe a man can fly."
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yes. So another little nod there to the Superman film. It's a lot of that here in the pilot, which is why the pilot is so freaking good. My real issue with the pilot, Joseph, I don't like the villain, and that's what we're now focusing on here.
Which is fine, because for a pilot, you don't need the good villain.
But
you can't be throwing a big bang in the fucking first episode.
I'm not
dude.
saying a big bang. I'm saying, though, at least with what Flash did and why the Flash first season is so good and why they'll never be able to duplicate it, all Flash did each and every single episode was introduce a character from the comics.
That's true.
Where everybody was wanting to see their character. Whether it be Grodd, whether it be Killer Shark, whether it be, what's his other name? I'm trying to think. Frost, whether it be Flame. I'm trying to
Pause it
think.
real quick.
What do you mean pause it? What do you mean pause it? I gotta pause this show here?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got something?
No, I'm saying keep going and like pause it so we can.
But yeah, so that's where at least with Flash, wherever they call it, once again, going back to Freak of the Week, I don't consider Flash doing Freak of the Week. I consider it, that's awesome because that's the nostalgia, like that's what comic book fans want to see, is the characters that they were able to read about. Not Smallville, Electric Scarecrow. Who the hell is Electric Scarecrow? There isn't one. That's the problem. You know when he's first introduced? The Smallville comic book. You know what we talked about before the show? How nobody's read the Smallville comic book.
I feel like a lot of people didn't even read the season 11 either, so I don't know. Smallville comics weren't, that marketing maybe just wasn't appealing, bro.
I think that that's what Flash had it right, and Flash got away from that, where now it just became how many Flashes can we introduce to where it's too many Flashes on one screen. Smallville had the right, they just had the right type of mojo, the right type of blend every single week. And that's why, because what's Flash, how many seasons is it on now?
Dude, it's like on 6.
So it's on 6, 7, and everyone's like, man, this crap's winding down so bad. How many did Smallville have?
10.
How the hell does this freaking show have 10?
Yeah.
And how many episodes are in each season? I can guarantee you it's more than what Flash
20
did.
23, yeah.
There it is. It's just weird, and it's because it gave everybody what they wanted. Gave you drama crap. It gave me a villain.
Dude, it's a superhero soap opera,
And
bro.
it gave me superhero.
Superhero soap opera, dude.
Still don't know if it's better than Lois and Clark TNT version with Dan King. Yeah, Dean Cain. That's what I mean.
Fucking, that's another thing to go back on with Lex, dude. Man, that was the first of many combos you're gonna like from him. He's so great in that role, bro.
Well, also, we got to touch on this then here real quick before we get back, is what Rosenbaum made a comment on, which was, I love, and he talked about that at the DC, what was it called, DC Live?
The fandom?
Yeah, the fandom.
Yeah.
It was great hearing Rosenbaum. I have like a page of lines, and all he responds with is, yeah.
So?
and by the way, that was in that scene. Like what I said, is that Lex is describing his dream to Clark, and all Clark replies with, here's your truck.
That's it? That's all he has? Dude, that was funny, man. Oh.
All right.
I love this. Yeah.
Yes,
So this part here we're about to continue on. We have Clark really unlocking the wall of weird. It's a very big thing in this show. This gets mentioned literally almost every season, a few times in the episodes, but Chloe, being the obviously earlier reporter she is, has a fucking wall of weird. And she's kind of, yeah.
I don't think this is weird.
And why is Clark mad? Why didn't you tell me about this?
Yeah, also,
Why the fuck would you be mad?
nice poker face, jackass.
like he's really taking this serious. Like, you wouldn't actually think, like, maybe put two together, like, oh, maybe. Also, who caught that picture on that Time magazine? Who caught it? Who was there that day and caught that picture? This is '01. They didn't have, like, satellite imagery like that, bro.
Also, she doesn't even look that sad.
Yeah, yo, that's media for you, man. Just painting the fucking picture, bro, but there's nothing behind it. You know what I mean? Like,
I can't remember what I was watching the other day, and it was like a Time magazine, but it was an article about donate a penny to save a child. And it was like, man, those children must eat a lot of pennies.
dude, okay, so
All right, so now we have the beating up of Whitney versus Clark, and all Clark did was try to take off his shirt versus actually punching him.
yeah.
Look at this.
What's going on with you and Lana?
All right, but I also have to...
It's so aggressive, dude.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to pause this again here. Because what Whitney's about to do... Because let's go back to earlier in the episode where Lana gave Whitney this necklace. Lana said, this necklace means so much to me because this resembles the moment where my parents died. I like to keep this because it feels like I'm protected. This is my good luck. Whatever. Like I said, some psycho freaky thing.
Mm-hmm.
What does Whitney do in this scene? He's supposed to be the boyfriend. He's supposed to love her.
He puts the necklace around
He takes it off of himself. And
yeah,
he's
he
like,
catches him looking at it. So what does that mean to him? Like, oh, you like this boy?
Here you go.
Yeah, let me put it on you.
Bro, your girlfriend...
You and Lana are together, right? Fucking behind my back?
Bro, your lady just said how much that necklace meant to her. And your response is, well, I'm going to give it to Clark. Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Dude, he's a senior in high school, bro. Like,
Yeah, he's a senior dating an 8th grader. Like, look at this reaction.
because this is as close as you're ever going to get to her, bro. That's a psychopath move.
That's a psychopath. And once again, that necklace resembles her dying parents. Also, they threw Clark in the back of the truck in the middle of the high school parking lot.
Yeah, there's no security.
There's nobody that's paying attention to this.
Boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys. What the hell,
They
bro?
just
Like,
beat him up in the front and throw him in the back of the truck. Shouldn't we do something? No.
yeah, they can't even do that whole like, oh, who were those? I didn't get a good look. Oh, they were definitely wearing their Lettermans.
They were wearing, it was all the football. Oh, wait, do they have a game tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, we can't wrap them
We
out.
gotta cover this up. Whitney's got a good game tomorrow.
Are they going to do a scarecrow thing? Didn't a kid die? Who cares? Winnie has a game
Yeah,
tomorrow.
the fucking coach knows about the scarecrow thing. He's like, just be prepared for tomorrow's game, son. Do what you want with the boy.
I'm very much into this pilot episode, though. I think that this episode does a really nice job of introducing everybody on what the show is supposed to be, where it sets up characters to where it makes you hate them and also like them. Because now, what is the whole purpose of the show for first-timers that don't know, and my wife, for example? They're going to be falling in love with the Lana and the Clark thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where all they want is the friends.
Well, that's all they throw at you, man. They throw you that for like 4 seasons.
And then you have Whitney, who's the douchebag. You're like, oh, Lana needs to break up with him. But then you have a side thing where it's like, here's some superpowers and a villain. Mm-hmm. It's weird type of balance. I just think Smallville pulls it off.
Dude, Smallville was ahead of its time, bro. It really is. I think that's why people are starting to look back on it again. They're realizing it birthed a lot of things, and like...
Well, it's like what we talked about. Why is it that the other shows are phasing out? Why isn't Black Lightning keep going? Batwoman, Flash, even Arrow.
Well, I think...
Why do those phase out much quicker than this?
A big thing with that is because, the past decade, superhero things have popped up like crazy, like blown up. So it's like, you're like saturating it, you know what I mean? Like, it's getting very saturated. Like, I feel like, it gets so repetitive. You have different types of shows, but the plots are very similar origins, villains. It's like the same formula, you know what I mean? This was the first of the formula.
But
This came out when, like, Spider-Man came out with Tobey, and that was big, bro.
The thing for me is that it always feels like, for example, Flash. Flash is the only show. Jessica Jones also comes to mind. Where, for me and shows and movies, it's about having a great villain. Even Smallville we're talking about. Smallville has Lex. Mm-hmm. All of these shows and movies that are fantastic have a great villain. Flash, the first seasons, where they had Harrison Wells. They had Rebirths. It's those type of shows. The shows like Batwoman, Supergirl. It's like you could blame, they failed, blah, blah, blah. But it's also, they don't have a premier villain that people want to pay.
They don't have iconic
Gotham.
ones, dude.
Gotham is a piece of crap show. But do you know how many times I had to hear about the kid playing Joker? Just kind of a comparison of crappy shows where that show should have never been good or it's gone on as long as it did. But everyone kept, when that last season, it was an article after article about the kid playing Joker.
Because it was supposed to be revealed like he was playing Joker finally, and like
yes,
he actually became the Joker.
And the whole thing was the next season because everyone loved his performance. But like what I'm talking about, everybody loved his performance. You need a strong villain.
Yeah, man.
And I just think once you get away from that, you're kind of losing it. And then you start bringing in all the other heroes to kind of overshadow. We don't have anything else, but here's a new hero.
Yeah.
Lazy.
Yeah.
Laziness.
Michael Rosenbaum kills it, man. Lex. Like, just the fact that he is going to be the villain.
It just pisses me off so much, the fact that all Zach had to do was to hire him. And it would have been a million times better. You can go back and watch the Smallville scenes of Rosenbaum and then compare it to Eisenberg and then let me know.
Oh, dude, it's not even close, bro.
It's not even close.
No. Like, yeah, Eisenberg, I don't know, man. Like, you did your thing, whatever. I'll tell you right now. Michael did his thing, okay?
Yeah.
Rosenbaum did his thing.
He did.
And what's even greater, he was the voice of the Flash in Justice League. Animated.
And he's a big nerd.
Yeah.
And he would appreciate all the things. He's not... And that's the thing about Jesse Eisenberg. Eisenberg, whenever you ask him about Lex, and by the way, we're on the scene where Clark now is strapped up, because also the other thing I want to hint out before I go back into Eisenberg and how much crap he is there's so much foreshadowing of the Clark hanging up on the cross thing. Like the Jesus, obviously, you got to have that.
The angels earlier, the angel wings.
But going back to Eisenberg...
You're safer here? This guy's a psycho.
You know Eisenberg didn't even watch his performance. Right?
He doesn't like watching his movies.
And so that's also my other thing about it, where... Do you think Rosenbaum would say something like that about watching his Lex?
No, man.
No. He would be all about it. You know why? Because he's a nerd that he would want to watch the actual Superman film. Eisenberg's not that. He's not a nerd. And I think that's the best way to put it.
How traumatized, man. It really did stick with him, bro. He remembered his face. Remembered Scarecrow Boy.
Of course you remember Scarecrow Boy. That was the last thing you saw.
Like, dude, last time I saw you, you were fucking obliterated.
God.
And I became bald. Imagine going out here and you see Clark, bro.
I would... Clark, what are you doing up there? What's going on?
Like, hey, man, just hanging out. Also, man, what a clever way to do that shit, you know, the S, Smallville, obviously, but like the Scarecrow shit, like, obviously he can be wearing an S one day. He donned the red, he donned the S, bro, he's doing a lot of shit. How are you just gonna run away and you're naked and it's like, no one's questioning shit right now.
By the way, the other side of this too is that, so we're on the scene where now Clark is gone. He dropped the necklace, and now he's able to run away forever and ever. And him just vanishing, Lex doesn't question, because why would you, right?
Right.
So my other thing, though, is that Jeremy, the villain of the show, Electric Scarecrow, he walks up to Clark at that scene and is like, hurts, doesn't it? Oh, The hell type of question is that? Why don't you help me out, ass? And then now we're back on the prom dance where it's Lana winning homecoming queen because she's a freshman, Whitney winning homecoming king because she's a senior. He's a senior. They don't even know who Lana is, and yet she's winning these awards.
Dude.
Look at this. Look at this now. Now we have the Clark and the Jeremy, a.k.a. the Electric Scarecrow showdown.
Bro, couldn't he wear a better outfit? Both of them.
Well, what do you mean a better outfit? He just has his pullover jacket. He's just out, cruising from the chicks at
Cruising
the front.
for a bruising, dude.
This just seems like a scene from Carrie. That's who he's trying to be like. He's like, I can't wait to pour the blood on everybody. Also, my other question to you is, so if you're Clark, would you make the deal with him to say, listen, man, I know Whitney did this to you, so you can kill Whitney.
Look at him just take that shit, dude. He toss his ass, bro.
Would you agree for him to kill Whitney?
I would love for Whitney to just die.
Exactly. So Clark should have left him while he killed Whitney.
So you know what? This is my villain origin story.
Oh, I'm just going to start up the truck after I see the electricity doesn't hurt you and I'm going to ram you.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh my god.
Look at this. Look at this effect. Look at him. He's now riding on the top of the car. Oh my god, this is the best.
The editing on that, bro, they were just playing the same thing over and over.
And by the way, how strong is that wall? Not very strong, where you're going to slam somebody into it. And then now here comes the stupidest part of the entire show. This is how you defeat the villain, everybody. You pour water on Electric Scarecrow, and then he fries his own memory. And then that's the end of the villain.
My goodness.
Again, they are so lucky that their characters were strong enough, because this villain is weak.
Bro, my man's strong, man.
What do you mean your man's strong? He's Superman.
Hey, dude. Like, huh?
Exactly. I just don't get it.
So does he, lose his powers? Does he even forget he has powers?
He probably does. By the way, you know this over me. Does he ever come back?
Nope.
Ooh, so
What's crazy is the one in the next episode, he comes back.
Well, I know that he comes back.
Yeah, he comes
Bug
back.
Boy. We'll get into Bug Boy later on.
Yeah, Bug Boy next time. Dude, what's crazy is that we're talking about Michael Rosenbaum earlier, bro. You know he wasn't cast until 1 week before this show?
Why?
It was just what happened.
Who did they have in front of him? They had to have done some type of screen test with somebody, though, in front of him.
From what I remember, I don't know if it was just a thing where they just couldn't find someone, then finally got him. It was, obviously close to deadline or something.
All right.
Oh, Whitney and Lana, again with the kiss.
They're on the
mad.
So...
Bro, you defeated a villain. Shut up. Go home.
I hate that I'm about
Clark could definitely get some hoes, bro.
I hate that I'm about to tell you all this.
He could get so many hoes.
So, this ending now for this episode is fucking amazing. Yeah, it's probably exactly how I would. This is, first of all, you have Lifehouse playing in the background. 2001 Lifehouse is awesome. You have Lana then showing up to Clark's barn unannounced, also a foreshadowing. She then says, I saved this dance for you. Joseph, this is how I would write the ending. I can't even lie to you. Look, she puts his hand on his shoulder, and you have Lifehouse still playing in the background, and they're dancing, and it's just a very sweet moment. It's very adorable in every single way, and then it just flat out turns into exactly what I would do. It's not real. And that may be one of the greatest things I've ever seen a show do on their pilot episode, which is why they deserve the appreciation that they get.
Oh.
The fact that they had that type of illusion where it was just him getting the girl at the end, but it was a car horn that then snapped him out of it. Oh my God, do I love. This is also a weird moment from Lana, though. So now we got the whole school drops Lana off at the house because that's what they do. And then she's at her porch. She hears Clark whisper.
Thanks for the dance, Lana.
Also, what's with this smile at the end from her? What is that? What do you mean?
She's so hot, dude.
And that is our first episode.
Damn.
That is our pilot here.
What's crazy is that this actually broke a WB record back in the day, dude. For
I'm not
for
surprised.
a series, like first premiere series.
I'm not surprised at all.
Alfred Guff, Miles Miller, bro. They made this shit happen, man.
But I will say, that was fun. We can do this again.
Oh, yeah.
We should keep going with each of the episodes. Please comment below about how much you hate it. That's all I want to hear. I swear to God, if I see something positive, I'm done.
Yeah, we don't like the positive shit. We're just trying to get the haters. That's all we need, because that will feed us. But also, we'll have a good time with it.
Once again, though, this was the Somebody Save Me, the official but unofficial podcast of the Smallville.
Of the Smallville.
I'm your host, Taylor, and this is my co-host,
Joseph, man. And we got the special guest, Sebastian, who's here along for the ride.
We're talking about producer's always going to be here. He's never leaving us.
Financing.
He's just going to say us 3 words every show.
Financing our dream, making it happen. Man, what a time. If only we had like an outro for Somebody Save Me. Somebody Save... Then we should do it every time, like on our own.
We're going to have to buy that song.
It's like, actually, so we're kind of making it big. Can we just buy your song so we can just play it whenever?
Yeah.
Damn. All right.